At Friday prayers in Benghazi, a public show of support for opposition fighters. But when you speak to people in private, you find frustration and some anger after opposition forces again in recent days lost much of the ground they had gained. Now the opposition's transitional council is discussing the possibility of a conditional ceasefire.
Are you only now talking about conditions for a ceasefire because you're losing ground on the battlefield?
We are confident of our forces. Our primary demand is to remove Gaddafi. Our aim with the ceasefire is to respect the UN and stop the bloodshed. But Gaddafi's troops must leave the cities.
Mr. Jalil was meeting the UN Special Envoy for Libya, the former Jordanian Foreign Minister Abdel Ilah Khatib, who travelled directly from meetings with senior members of the Gaddafi government in Tripoli, where he delivered this message.
The demand for a ceasefire, and that ceasefire needs to be credible, needs to be effective and verifiable. And the second important element is the protection of civilians and securing access to all areas of Libya where there are humanitarian needs. And I urge them to lift the siege around Misrata and other besieged cities. And the third element that I highlighted in my meeting yesterday and in my meeting today with the Council is the respect of the legitimate aspirations of the Libyan people.
A well-placed opposition source has told me that their new ceasefire offer is mainly aimed at an international audience, trying to maintain the support of as many countries as possible. But they're also aware, after the defection of Foreign Minister Moussa Koussa, that divisions in Tripoli are growing. They believe that talk of a ceasefire may now test and exploit further splits in the regime. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Benghazi.
Now, the Transitional National Council had said it was ready for a truce if forces loyal to Gaddafi withdrew from several key towns. But a government spokesman on Friday said the ceasefire offer was a trick.
The rebels never offered any peace. We are the ones who offered peace weeks ago, and we said we're going to talk and let's sit down and everything. The rebels are, you're not offering peace if you are making impossible demands. It's a trick. It's a trick. So, okay, I could come to the rebels and say, rebels, I offer you peace. Get out of Benghazi on a ship. This is my condition. You can't do that. These are our cities. These are the cities of the Libyan government. You hate this government, you can hate it. Many people hate the governments.